Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
5 months before we lost Isla, okay? Now let's just debunk the first lie that she said. This was one of her very first lives that she did on us, and I'll let you just listen for yourself because somebody jumped in the box. Just speak facts.
If I want to do my live, I want to do my live the way I want to do it.
But you just turn around and say it's not about the gifts, so you're contradicting yourself.
If you want to do your live and go on a live and spread awareness, then by all means, baby.
And I'll be telling you, if I had facts in front of me like you're trying to do right now, then I'd be well aware that I need to turn my gifts off before TikTok. How long have you been on TikTok?
I can do my own thing. How
long have you been on TikTok?
The people that are in my chat and follow me know how I run my platform. So as long as I know and as long as the followers know, that's okay.
How long have you been on
should
TikTok?
be going to the parents and asking them to turn off their gifts. And you should have been advocating as much as you're advocating over here on the Abby's page, when poor Isla was getting used for months
She let you talk, does she?
for gifts.
Listen, look at your comments, mate. Look at your
Why
comments.
wasn't you over there? It
Look
doesn't
at
matter.
your comments.
To comments, baby. Why wasn't you advocating this much over to the Hardys when they was
Listen, I'm not that interested.
by your gift?
Alive, yeah.
So why are you interested about me?
On TikTok, love.
So why are you here interested about
Because
this?
I've just been shared this.
So
and
if
this
you're
is
not
fucking
interested,
appalling. Fucking appalling.
you're not
mate.
interested.
TikTok
then
chat.
Goodbye. Have a great
Oh,
Christmas.
please talk now.
If I
So-
want to do my life.
As you can see, there's the first lie that she wasn't doing it for gifts, because she was doing it for gifts. The second thing, she dropped somebody in the box who didn't agree with their behaviour. And the third thing, I forgot.
Just 1 second. Just 1 second. So
forgot.
I actually said when she was camp 2 and me, all right the way through the Christmas for the 6 months, I actually said that she was doing it just for follows and for gifts. She was doing it for attention because she realised when she was talking about herself, she'd have 21 people in there. The minute she started mentioning the Hardys, she literally got about 1,000 people in there, and everyone was just slagging us off because they all believed her lies.
Oh yeah, I've just remembered the third thing. Sorry, my brain's not working. I'm so tired from the past couple of days. The third thing is she did turn her gifts off when she realised the live was going against her. She's an absolute narcissist, and she'd rather have the people in there watching and the attention from what she was doing than the gifts, and that's the only reason that she turned them off. Now I'm going to play a video another live that she did. And this is also talking about how much she's made from dragging us through the mud with all of the lies, which you're going to hear from her own mouth. They were lies. She says it herself.
Go on, babe.
Hang on, let me just...
See, DHB went crazy, didn't it? I'm capitalizing.
Hang on, let me just go on pause for 1 second while I answer the door.
Go on. So, yeah. As I say, guys, please do take this as a trigger warning. You're going to hear a lot of horrible stuff on this live that was said about us. And once again, we will be counteracting it with all of the truth. A lot of creators... Was it? 1 sec. A lot of creators out there have seen the evidence in black and white. All of the stuff that's being put into a court report that went into a court of law to shut down every single lie that was said about us for the last 2 years. Go on.
Right, so I'll just play this.
I know it's not Josh. I'm capitalizing now though, Josh. I'm making that money, love. I put a post up yesterday, it's gone up to nearly 14k. I woke up with £26 this morning, but by the end of the month, 800 quid will be in bank. Oh wow.
So I think it's very clear to say what she was doing it for.
So she's boasting about making money off the back end of trolling the family while we're trying to deal with Princess and trying to, at that moment in time when this was all happening, she's boasting about making money, which I tried to tell everybody on the app. All I was trying to do was look after Princess and trying to give her the best place that I possibly could. And at that moment, she was at the hardest for me to try and look after. I was literally, throughout those last couple of months of Isla's life, I was literally just trying to keep her alive. She was under a massive risk of choking on her own saliva. So she needs to be suctioned literally every 5 minutes at that point, turned every 10 minutes, and having seizures like 10 to 15, even 20 seizures a day. And I was doing it all on my own. Go on.
You okay?
Yeah, go on, carry on.
Right, what I'm going to play you now is just so you can get a bit of an idea of this person's character. Now, I'm sure you've heard before. Let me know if you didn't in the comments. If you didn't hear, go and play it all, because it is quite triggering, but her mocking disabled children. But what I will play you that you haven't heard is, I find this really concerning, I'm not going to lie to you.
My daughter will be visiting me. Now, I don't want any of you saying, why would a mum want to do that? When I show you...
I'm gone. Let me go to this one.
Make you off. We're both going to get arrested. You're going to be doing your 5 kids. You should have thought about them 5 kids. You see me? My kid's dad can take my daughter. My kid's dad can take my daughter. Do you know how many times I've been to jail? And I had my daughter? Like, make it make sense. I am coming and I'm going to jail for you. For my kid. I don't give a fuck. You just wait till I see you. Right.
Babe, just to let you know, the swearing's okay to a moderation on this.
There's not really much in this, to be honest, but
don't worry.
Yeah, just to give you a little bit of character building of this person who ran these lies on us and a full smear campaign. And let me just tell you as well, which you'll get from the videos, she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what we were going through. She was talking to people behind the scenes. She knew that we couldn't come up and speak about it, and I'm going to show you all the evidence how she knew this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start going through the videos. I can't remember what's on each one, but I'm just going to play them to you. These are just, we might have to do a second part of this, because this is just what I could quickly get together this morning to play. So
listen, if there needs to be a 2, 3, 4 and 5, we'll do whatever it is, because do you know what, people need to hear this from our side. So whatever it may be, I know you're getting a bit tired, so go for as long as you can. And then we'll do, if we need to carry on tomorrow, we'll carry on tomorrow. Just take your time with it. Don't rush it. Just take your time.
So, in these videos, she actually debunks herself. She shows herself up to be a liar. Yeah, I'm just going to play them.
Go on.
Can I just say that, Lakeisha, I'm a bit confused. So, Isla's with her mum, but yeah, he's moved. Has he moved?
Do you know what? I'll just let him talk after.
Isla's with mum and Nana. Probably because he was getting pressured.
Listen, what's it gonna do anyways? What he does with his money, are you daft?
No, but let's keep it. Listen, we can have you up here. I'm gonna have you up here. But just listen, you can say your opinion. You don't need no shouting and screaming.
I just came on for a quick scroll and that, mate. I've just woke up and I'm seeing sort your fucking life out. It's his money. It doesn't matter what he does with it.
No, but it's not actually his money.
People for clout.
Yeah, it's not actually his money.
How is it not his money?
I think this has gone past the clout situation, sweetheart. This is a man that's had £52,000 off.
So that's why I wanted to play that one, because she's been going around the app saying we had over £1 million. Firstly, if we had over £1 million, why was I going to work every single day when I could have stayed at home where I wanted to be with Darren and Isla? And secondly, she's just debunked herself, because she's clearly stated there £52,000, which was about right. It was about £52,000 over the space of 4 years was what was raised. So when you look at that, it's not massive amounts. But she ran with the lie that it was over £1 million.
And I think what you need, I think what you need to say at this time is, as well, because you haven't tapped on the court report, which I was trying to tap on before, which has got everything in it. Now, we got to a point on this app where people were asking for receipts, but they were all saying the utmost without showing receipts. They weren't showing anything of any substance to back up anything that they were saying about us. So what me and Katie decided to do was show everything to the right people. So because we showed everything to the right people, we now have a court report which states that all of Isla's money was spent on Isla. Go on.
And yes, you've just reminded me that I want to play this as well, because in this video that she said this week, and I'll play it, she states that all she did was for receipts. Now it's gonna be very clear to you that she didn't just ask us for receipts. What she did do after running all these lives was come to Darren when he clearly stated on his live that we were in court, we couldn't talk about anything, but it's when the time's right, we'll come on and show everything. But that wasn't good enough for her. In fact, that gave her a gateway to carry on talking, knowing that we couldn't come on this app to shut anything down, because what was more important to us at the time was safeguarding Isla and getting her out of that toxic environment that Darren's been fighting for her not to be in. And then for all of our safeguarding concerns to come true in April, 5 months after Isla's been there for, because her mum had been doing drugs and drinking excessively. That was proven with a hair strand test through the courts for 12 months. Instead of being there for her daughter, she was hiding in the shadows, getting in touch with all these creators on fake accounts to absolutely destroy us, while she was off her face, laughing and joking about it. And so I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play this first actually to show you what she was doing. Now, I think a lot of you are aware of the Tom Baines account, the account that put my address online. It absolutely trolled us for months. It was mocking my DV. It was putting all sorts of lies up. They had somebody come to Isla's funeral and take pictures at the funeral and put them on this account. It was absolutely vile. Now,
the photos that were taken of guests at the funeral and of Isla's hearse got put up the day of Isla's funeral to troll us, basically. They trolled us by using those pictures. Silly of the person that come down to do it, because it's right by Katie's work. So we managed to get the CCTV and friends footage of the day, and we've got the footage of the person that was taking the photos, the car, the reg, and the picture of the boyfriend that drove her down there as well. Disgusting.
This voice is Isla's mum, and how this came about, which I'll play in a minute, is Isla's mum's friends, who she classed as a friend. It's actually quite sad, really, because she's an autistic lady who was manipulated and used by Isla's mum to do her dirty work online. After Isla was removed from her mum and put back into Darren's care, this lady, Natasha, her name is, she actually got told by the services, because we had the same social workers, that she's being manipulated and she needs to stay away from Sam. And she got told the truth. Natasha then came to us, messaged me, apologised, sent over me all of the voice notes and everything that was going on behind the scenes to prove what Isla's mum was doing, apologised past herself. And I just feel so sorry for how much she was manipulated. And this is one of the things that she sent over. This is Isla's mum.
About the dog and about the seen Tom Baines' new post about the dog and about they're gonna know it's coming from me. They're gonna be able to link me to that, because they're gonna say, "Well, how did we know all this?"
Babe, replay that, because when you're shuffling around, you can't hear what they're saying. Replay that for me, please.
Ask them if they can hear, because you could hear it on my live this morning. I don't know whether
no. You can hear it, but when you've just played it, you're shuffling around, so they didn't hear it. So just play it from the beginning again, please.
Go on.
Thank you.
Seen Tom Baines' new post about the dog and about the babies. They're gonna know it's coming from me. They're gonna be able to link me to that, because they're gonna say, "Well, how did we know all this stuff about the dog being racist and that? Like, how on earth am I gonna fucking talk me out of that when it's doing the busies on me now?"
And the reason
about the dog and
the reason why she was so worried about the police being called is because Darren and myself both have full restraining orders against her for what she did to us, 3-year restraining order that was put in place by the police, not by a court. It wasn't civil, it was put in by the police. And I have give the voice notes to somebody to upload onto here because I don't care about protecting this person anymore. And if you want to find out, if you want to hear why that I have got this restraining order, go to the account Big Love My Mate and listen to the disgusting things that she says about me. And I just want to say as well, it wasn't a back and forth. I didn't say anything to her because when it's a back and forth, the police call it tit for tat and they wouldn't have put restraining orders in place. And let me just also sit for the exposures that they've tried to do on us and all the digging. Do you not think that they'd have one single receipt or one single message of anything that I've said? Yeah, it's been 2 years now. There's the account Big Love My Mate if anyone wants to give it a follow and go and look for yourself. I actually can't play them on the live because we'll get taken down straight away because they're that bad. And I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest, because it is quite triggering. So I am going to trigger warning that. I've lost my trail of thought, but...
No worries, go on.
So
let me just... So that voice note is a voice note of Isla's mum saying that the video that Tom Baines put up, that they knew that was going to be attached to her, basically. So she was scared that we were going to put 2 and 2 together because we know that the information come from her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, can you just comment a couple of times in the chat whoever's behind the Big Love My Mate account so that
spam it up with loads of hearts, Big Love My Mate.
People can go and watch them for themselves. Now, what I'm going to play you next is I need to find it. 1 sec. Go on, talk for a minute, babe. Yeah, there's the Big Love My Mate, as I say. Go over there, go and have a little look at the voice notes that was sent to me and Katie. During this time, before we got the 3-year restraining order, she was having no contact with Princess, not by any other means other than her own choice. She just didn't want to see her. She'd actually been paid out a large sum of money from the sale of her father's house, and she just went on a rampage, drinking and taking drugs every single day and didn't want to bother with Isla. This was very, very, very common right the way through Isla's life, to be honest. That's why I had a court order, which it was a child arrangement order, which meant that she lived with me full time and she used to have contact with mum. Now, only if mum was sound to have contact, that means if she wasn't drunk or under the influence. They asked me in the court, and this was when Isla was either just before 1 or just after the age of 1, around that time. If mum isn't able and isn't well enough to have contact, can the family members pick it up? I was like, of course, absolutely fine. Do you know what I mean? There was a large portion of Isla's life where even her other side of the family could contact with Isla. During COVID, for 2.5 years, however long it lasted, they said that they didn't want to mix households. They didn't want Isla coming down. I was like, everyone's locked down. We're not mixing with anybody else. Do you know what I mean? It's just Princess. Don't you want to see her during this time? Do you know what I mean? Didn't want to mix households. Didn't want to see Isla at that time. And as I say, I have found it just to give you a little example of what she was doing while she wasn't having any contact and didn't really care. This is what she was doing.
So I know this is a lot to ask, and I feel like the cheekiest cow alive for doing it. But obviously I know how good you've been in the past and how much you've stood up for Isla and for me as well. And I just wondered if I sent you the video, would you be okay to send it in to, you obviously don't have to say your name or anything, social services for us, because I've asked another couple of people who I trust to send this video in, because...
So, what they were doing, it was planned. So they were twisting videos, making out like we were doing rugs round Isla, sorry. That video that went around where you can't see anything, bearing in mind, there's been hair strand tests now and there's been absolutely no safeguard, no rugs, no nothing involved with us with Isla. They were sending that twisted video into social services anonymously. She was sending it round to all of her friends and asking them to do her dirty work for her. And yeah, this is how she was working behind the scenes. All while she was just out getting absolutely off her face and not even bothering to see Isla, not turning up for contacts in the school.
So let me just tap on that, because if people, a lot of people don't know the situation to how we ended up getting to that point. So basically what happened was we were getting to the point within this house where it was unadaptable. We couldn't get this house adapted for the stairways too narrow for any stair climbers, all the rest of it. And Isla was getting big. And not only that, she was having seizures. So when I'm carrying her up and down the stairs, which she needed to be carried everywhere, I didn't have...
Sorry to interrupt you, babe. Can I just say as well, I've just seen Sammy in the chat now. Sammy, who's in the chat, obviously she's not part of our house, Isla's team anymore, so she can freely talk. And she was Isla's carer for a whole year. She was in our house nearly every single, 5-6 days a week. Most weeks she was Isla's main carer. And even through the day she came on holidays with us, everything, absolutely adores each other. And she knows everything because she was part of the team. And she knows there was no safeguarding, there was no rugs involved. And she knows how hard it was in this house and we couldn't get any equipment, and how hard we fought to try and get equipment in because she needed equipment as well. She was her carer. And it was just not possible. Sorry, babe, carry on.
I can't remember where it was now. What was I saying? Sorry.
You were talking about the house not being adapted and how you got to it.
So we got to the point where me and Katie had to make the decision. I was going to the services and saying, look, please help us at least find somewhere for Princess. Get me a flat. And me and Katie will live separate. Do you know what I mean? So we got to the point where I said to them, look, I said, can she go and stay with her nan for a week or two? Let me go out and let me go and try and find somewhere private, rather than, because the services weren't doing nothing. They weren't finding me.
Just missing a little bit out there as to why. So as you know, some people don't know in the chat, a lot of you do. When Darren had, a lot of the time through the day, we were let down for carers. We just didn't have any carers coming. So Darren was doing the care on his own. Obviously, I was still going to work because we need to pay bills. And Darren was at home caring for Isla. There was absolutely no way that Darren would be able to go out, go and view properties, go around to estate agents while he had Isla, because their needs were so high. There's no way that was possible. And what Darren did, when that was put in place, the safeguarding was put in place for Isla to go to her nan's for, I think it was 2 weeks. Darren went round every single estate agent in the whole of the Northwest trying to find something suitable, because he didn't want Isla going into a living room for the rest of her life. He didn't want that. He wanted her to have her own bedroom, her own privacy, everything that she needs in there.
I knew for a fact that what the services were trying to do, they were trying to lock Isla down into one room. They were trying to say, just leave Isla in the living room. And I was like, absolutely not. Even in the living room, she still doesn't have any washing facilities. So I wanted Isla to be able to, me and Katie were both fighting for Isla not to be in one room, confined to one room. So that was why I was going out, and I needed to find somewhere that had possibly a wet room. Would have been ideal. In the end, I ended up finding a 3-bedroom apartment with 3 wet rooms. That was the only thing that was available that was suitable. But it also gave Isla different rooms to be in. So she had a bedroom, but she also had a living room. And a lot of you saw what I'd done for her. I literally turned her into a sensory palace. It was Isla's place. Do you know what I mean? It was, her bedroom was all lit up. She had everything she needed. And she had her own wet room as well, as ensuite. But then I could take her into the living room if she wanted to give her, a different scenes, so that she wasn't. I feel like if she was contained to one room, I felt that she was going to give up. And I know I'm going to skip a little bit here, but when I went round, searched for everywhere, I didn't actually find anything. Didn't find anything that was suitable. So I went, right, okay, we come back. We sorted everything out, and I went down to go and pick Isla up. When I got there, they left us outside the house for about an hour.
Can I just add to that as well?
Go on.
Once we realised that it was too close to Christmas, bearing in mind, me and Darren, because of all the trolling and everything else that was going on, we wasn't really on the best of terms, was we?
No.
We wasn't. But
There was too much pressure on us. With everything. Like, everything that was going on TikTok, everything that was going on with the services, the lack of help that we were getting from everyone. Nobody was helping us, were they?
I was anemic, I was tired, I wasn't sleeping, I was drained, and it was just, we couldn't support each other at this point, but we wanted the best for Isla. So when people are saying that I wouldn't put Isla's bed in my living room, in fact, I'm going to get the screenshot now just to prove to everybody that Isla's bed was in my living room, and it's not just a bed that you can, put in there. The services had to come round, dismantle the bed, and they have to put it up because it's like a hospital bed. Go on, you carry on talking, I'll get the screenshot.
Go on, I've popped you in the big one anyway. So I went round to go and pick Isla up, and her uncle come around to the house, and I was thinking, what's going on here? Next thing, the uncle just come to the step and just said, you're not getting her back. Now, at this point, obviously I had a court order, so I thought I'll go straight to the police and phone them. I've been told if this ever happens, she will be returned. So on the phone to the police, they come around, they spoke to the social services, and he said because there was no immediate danger, she was okay to stay there. But what I found out at a later date was I called one of the services, and half an hour before I was meant to be in a meeting, they had a meeting with Mum, and then he had a meeting with me. And during that meeting, I heard one of the services saying to Mum, I've told you, you can take it back to court whenever you want. Now, as I know from my experiences with court and family court and solicitors, the first thing they say to you is, well, just keep hold of her. There's nothing that they can do. You've got to go back to court then, and you'll have your daughter for 11 months, let's say. 11, 12 months. So that was the situation that happened. As soon as it happened, she didn't get returned back to me. I went and spent every single day in the family court, trying to get an emergency appointment. I think I spent 6 full days from morning till night until I got that the date set in. And then obviously I had to go through the whole process then. Go on, did you want to say something, baby?
Yeah, the only reason why I've got this, and thank God, I took it, is because I took a picture of Ruby at Christmas. And there's Isla's bed. Obviously, that's the living room. She's on the couch. And there's Isla's bed in the room.
There you go. Oh, right. Where are we up to?
I think we'll just go back to playing. What do you want me to just go back to where we was playing the videos?
Go on. Play the videos.
What Lakeisha did to us.
Go on. While we're dealing with all of this, by the way.
Okay.
Katie's. The clothing brands that you've got, your hairdressing shop. Imagine that money has come from people, and that money's supposed to go to his daughter. And wicked people like you have obviously took advantage of that. It's not even that quiche, you know what? Some of the types of...
So I just have to say as well that the other girl's voice that you can hear in the box, her name's Nisha, and she has actually come to us, to be honest. Nearly everybody who was sat in that box and sat beside this disgusting person has come to us and apologised now that they've seen things for what they are. And she's also done the same to every single person who's been around her. She becomes friends with people. She'll get all your information. You'll know nothing about her. And then if you go against anything that she says, she'll use that against you. She is a dangerous individual. And that's what she did to Nisha.
100%.
That's what she did. In fact, I'm going to share this to Nisha. And Nisha we've had a conversation off app, and she's apologised for any part that a few of them have apologised for anything that they had to do with what the life she was holding on us. Yeah.
Go ahead, babe.
Have give their very last penny, because how they've seen it is that little girl needs it more than them. And then the fact that that money hasn't gone to the little girl. So you are genuinely taking people's very last pound.
So just to reiterate, there is a court order that states every single penny that we raised for Isla was spent on Isla. She ran with the narrative that we got everything for free. We didn't. She ran with the narrative that the Travellers donated £65,000. They didn't. She's just come out, as you'll hear in all of these recordings, she's just come out and speculated on everything and tried to put it across as facts and done polls in her lives to try and make it look like what she's saying is true, but she didn't come with any evidence. Right.
Please stop spamming Katie's in
And
the box.
everyone's saying Katie.
So this is where, because I thought on this app, if you're speaking about somebody, then you should allow them in the box to have their say so you can hear both sides of the story. And this is where it turns into bullying and it turns into a smear campaign. Because as you can hear here, I tried my best to get in that box to have my say. And I wasn't allowed in the box and I was blocked. And anybody who went in there to try and defend us and say what you're saying is not true got blocked from the live.
So guys, what I think from this, right, is that when it comes to this situation, is their next guilt trip for us is to basically, you know, unfortunately, they're being told that she's only got a certain amount of time. So, you know.
Wow. So what she's saying there is that our next, bearing in mind, this was recorded on the 27th of December 2024. This was 5 months before we lost Isla. So what she's saying is that Isla passing away is going to be our next guilt trip.
Do we show sympathy to them? No. I'm calling not to show sympathy to him. I'm calling to show sympathy or her because the mess of her the other day online, right, with 1,000 viewers watching her sniffed up, sat there.
Please.
Again, there's been absolutely no evidence brought. And anybody who knows me in my real life knows I do not do anything like that at all. It's been proven with hair strand tests. Everything's been proven. But she sat on that app and she absolutely lied about me.
Obviously, you understand the baby. She's young. She's not got long left or whatever. But they're going through.
And that just proves they were all well aware that we were grieving already. They were all well aware of what we've been going through. They've just said it from their own mouths, yet they continue to hold these lives for 9 hours a day for months.
IVF, and I'm thinking, haven't you got enough to deal with at home as well as going through IVF? Like, why would you want to, like, not in a horrible way, but why would you want to?
So first of all, what I want to say is, what the hell has it got to do with anybody on this app? What we decide to do as a family. However, because it's been brought up so much, I will touch on it. Now, when me and Darren met 5 years ago, I had already started my IVF journey on my own. Now, after me and Darren met, we were only together for maybe 3 months when I started having seizures. And I got a diagnosis in the August. We got together in the
first seizure
November.
with you while I was in work. I remember it.
Yeah,
I remember it like it was yesterday. And you didn't know what it was. I remember the phone call. Where I come running home. I remember it like it was yesterday. The first seizure. You were like, Darren, she's just done something dead weird in the car. I don't know what it is. It was like a smile.
I was crying, weren't I?
Yeah, you were erratic on the phone. You were just in bits. And I was like, I'm getting a taxi on, don't worry. And got a taxi straight home from work, didn't I? And I was like, what's going on? What's going on? You were like, she's done something like dead strange. It was dead strange. I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
I was terrified, bearing in mind, me and Darren had only been together for 2 months at the time, you know, and, you know, he's gave me, like, the trust to look after Isla, and then I couldn't even explain to him what had happened in the back of the car, but I was shaken up from it. It was horrible.
That was a very, very, very first seizure that she had, and then he started to become, it was every 2-3 days, and we were like, what is this? We didn't know what it was. I couldn't even describe it to you. It was the weirdest thing in the world. But go on, baby, sorry, carry on. Can I go for a cig, babe, while you just carry on? Yeah Go on, guys, give me two.
So a couple of months after we got together is when Isla started to become really poorly, and I made the decision to put my IVF on hold because Isla was the most important person to us, and we knew that she needed us, our full attention. Now, a couple of years down the line, I've just turned 40. Obviously, as people know, you'd have a shelf life of being able to do IVF and for it to actually work. So we had a conversation, and I did say to Darren, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And he said, no, let's try it. Let's try it once and just see if it works. And unfortunately, it didn't work. And I decided after that, because it was hard and I didn't realise how hard it would be for it not to work, but I decided after that not to go through with it again. And unfortunately for me, it is too late now. I've gone past that time. Now, like, things aren't working enough for me to be able to even have children with IVF. And I made that decision, and I'm fine with that decision, because even though I can't be, and I said this morning, even though I can't be a biological mum, I know that I was the best stepmom to that little girl, and that's all that matters to me. I don't need anything more now. I'm happy. I'm happy with my decision that I made, and it is what it is. But I don't know who anybody thinks that they are on this app to start talking about, and probably in their 20s, young girls who will never understand what it's like to not want a baby for so long and not be able to have children. And I actually struggled so much, and it took me a year to come to the terms that my life just had a different path for me. It did. It had a different path, and I wasn't meant to be a biological mum, but you know what? I was meant to be Isla's stepmom, and I know that now. Just going to carry on playing the videos anyway. Thank you for the lovely comments in the chat, guys.
Come from.
Right, this video, I just want to say a massive thank you to Tracy. If she's in here, you'll hear your voice now. A few people did go into the live to try and shut things down. They just got dropped from the box, but I'll just let you listen because she actually debunks her own shit.
Could I ask where your information has come from?
Just what I've seen online. So when I'm watching the line and I'm observing what I've seen myself, you know, with him scamming, and obviously you've seen the newspaper reports. It's online. You just need to search it up on Google.
So I ask anybody right now to go and look on Google. You can put both of my names in. You can put my old married name in, my divorce name, which was Katie Walker, Liverpool, and you can put Katie Kelleher, which is my name now, Liverpool, in. Go and Google me and see what comes up, because the only thing that will come up is all the good work that I've done through me sharing my story about DV, because I've got my own trauma that I've been through, which she does mock before I even met Darren. And then put Darren's name in, because you won't find a single thing on Google, anything at all. We've got no criminal records, we've got no past. They just tried to run with all these lies. But what they did is they went through all of our personal Facebooks. They tried to get in touch with people. They tried to get in touch with the clients all over my business page. It was absolutely horrendous what they did to us. So, yeah.
And this has been going on live. So he's been live streaming.
Yeah,
so everything that I've said in the live today.
Yeah, I've watched
this. There's awareness pages, and he actually streamed. He's been streaming for a long time. So anything I've said in these lives is only what's on other people's lives or what he's put out himself. At the end of the...
So I just want to add to that as well. The people we have in our lives are the people who've been with us right from the start. And they can categorically tell you right now that there's been no concerns when people have watched us. The only concerns have been from people who don't watch us, who've watched videos that have been twisted to suit narratives to spread hate on us, and an online smear campaign to ruin us, which has been Isla's mum in the background, who's been leading it for years because she couldn't do it from her own mouth because there was a restraining order in place, and you've just heard the proof as well.
Sorry, I missed that. What was it? Which one?
it was Tracy. Tracy got into the box to say, go and Google them. You'll find all the information about their scamming on Google.
Wow.
And
Google us.
I've just told people to go and Google us for yourself.
Thank you.
I've just said the people who have been with us from the start are still with us now because they've never had any safeguarding concerns. They've actually watched the whole journey. The only people with safeguarding 100%. Concerns are the ones who've watched the twisted videos to suit narratives, the edited videos, and don't actually watch us.
It was a case of it's projection, isn't it? They're trying to project what they do onto us to make us look bad. And all the while, all we were doing was looking after Princess. Yeah, we're on a social media platform, but we were coming on. We only ever spread love to you. Do you know what I mean? Have a good time, have a bit of banter, and tell Isla's journey. You with her along with us every step of the way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the name of the person who did this to us for months is Lakeisha Black, and she's still on this app. And I will, at the end of this, we played it at the start, and I'll play it at the end. Some of the disgusting things that she does, not only to us, but mocking children with disabilities, wishing rape on children, and a whole load of other stuff.
Go on. Do you want to get into the voice notes?
In that state, online.
So I just want to go back to that, and I will play it again. She's just referred to Isla to that state online.
What? Say that again.
Listen for yourself.
So, at the end of the day, it is when you put in a child that is in that state online.
Could I ask?
So Isla's disability offended her, is what she's basically saying.
And this is this is literally what we were putting up with while we're just trying to look after Princess. Do you know what I mean?
No, it wasn't. It was while Isla was being kept away from us.
Oh, right, okay,
and with her mum.
Yeah.
And all of these false, fake safeguarding concerns were going into the social services because of what she was spouting online. So the social services were working against us and ignoring all of our safeguarding concerns. Now, if the social services wasn't ignoring our safeguarding concerns because of all of these false reports, then they would have realised a hell of a lot sooner that Isla's mum was on rugs and she was drinking and Isla was regressing, and they would have removed her and put her back in our care before the 5 months.
No, sorry, can I just... No, don't worry. Can I just tap on as well that while Isla was with her mum, well, she was in Nan's house, she was literally confined to one room. Everything that I'd been fighting against, I didn't want her to be in just one room, and that's what the situation was there. She was in a living room with a telly, being washed with cloths. Do you know what I mean? Having bed baths. That scenario, that what was happening was everything that I didn't want for Princess, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because I knew if she was put in that situation, I felt like she'd give up.
Can I just say, do you want me to show people how Isla came to you on Christmas Day?
Yeah, show them everything. Show them everything.
Go on, carry on.
Go on. Yeah, just get it up. Yeah. Just everything that I'd fought for her not to, a situation for her not to be in, ended up being the situation that she was in, and she ended up giving up. That's my God's honest truth. I 100% believe it in my heart. She couldn't get to see me, do you know what I mean? The person that's been in her life every single step of the way, every day. The one who looked after her 24 hours a day. The one who turned her all the time. The one who dealt with her seizures. The one who fed her. For whole 9 years, I changed nappies. As a man, I changed nappies every day. I never ever stopped. Do you know what I mean?
And this is another safeguarding concern that got ignored. Now, this is Christmas Day.
Wait,
none of you have seen this before. Let me just say, as you've seen with us at Christmas, and as I'm sure you do with your own children, you'd have your Christmas bath. Isla always has a lush bath bomb. We had pamper nights. There's pictures there of us doing face masks with her. Everything that you do with your kids on Christmas Eve, nice and fresh for Santa coming. And this is how...
Well, you were with us along the way, guys, so you saw it. This is how she come to me Christmas morning. Her hair literally hadn't been washed. it was grease bound. They'd put a couple of clips in her head, showed the outfit, they put it in some sort of costume outfit, like a Christmas costume. A Christmas costume outfit. Has any of you ever seen her dressed like that with me? Absolutely not. Never. Like a fake. Do you know what it was? Do you know the material? It was the same material as a Santa's hat. You know them Santa's hats that you put on? It was the same material. It was disgusting. I was fuming. Look how greasy her hair is. It hadn't been washed in weeks because they were just wiping it with cloths and that. Christmas morning, on our last Christmas, that is.
And let me just say this as well, right? All of this was going on off the app. So we had bigger things to think about than coming on the app when this all very first started to blow up, than shutting it down. Bearing in mind, we were also in court, and Darren did state on his lives, it's in court, we can't talk about it, but we will when the time's right. Lakeisha completely ignored everything he was saying, and she was cam to him, and I've got the evidence, she was cam to him while she was saying it, because Darren did not want to ruin anything, any part of getting Isla back. But the lies were getting so bad. I was getting phone calls, threats, which I'll play in a minute if you want me to my salon. I was getting men and women calling the salon threatening to unalive me. My address was being put online. I was having people looking for me ex who tried to unalive me. Me and Darren weren't even in the same house at the time, and I did touch on it before. I did try and unalive myself on New Year's Day, and after that I didn't leave the house for 7 weeks because I was petrified to walk down the street, because she was online saying that we basically abused Isla and we've scammed her and we've done all these things, and I just could not even leave the house. My family had to come over from Spain to come and stay with me, and she just carried on doing all of this. Now, because it got so bad, because this all got so bad, Darren went on a live to try and start shutting a little bit of it down, because it needed to be. It was getting too bad. It was spilling out too much into
getting out of hand. It was absolutely getting out of hand. It was spilling out into both of our real lives. It was horrendous. The bullying, the terrorisation from what they were doing was just unbelievable. It was unbearable, to be honest. And even at that time, I was still trying to come onto a live and just like try and listen to some music with you and just try and take myself
you were trying
away
to show
from that
grace,
space.
as well, because
100%.
people were thinking they were putting out that he was in jail and all sorts. Now, while he tried to come online and tried to shut it down, he did one live and tried to shut things down a little bit, and she knew exactly what she was doing. And you'll hear that she was pushing Isla's mum to take things to the court, and that's what they did. They screen recorded some of the live. Isla's mum took it to the court.
They used it as evidence.
Dragged him to the court.
That's what they done.
And they tried to get him put in jail for 2.5 years for trying to come on and shut down the lies, because they knew it was a planned attack. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew that we couldn't talk through the court, and that's how they let it get so bad.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm shaking.
So yeah, basically they took me to court on a separate occasion to try and shut me up. But what happened was they didn't bring enough evidence, and the judge actually just laughed at them and said, look, if you're going to try and up the ante, at least bring the evidence. And they didn't have the actual evidence to show. They brought a couple of screen recordings of my live to try and use it against me, but it wasn't actually enough for them to get this I don't know what it was that they were trying. I'm not really up with the courts and stuff, and I don't really go to them. Do you know what I mean? But he tried. The judge said to me, the solicitor said to me, how serious it was, and if they would have got it, if they would have got that and slapped that on me, then if I would have broke it at any point on social media and spoke about anything, I would have done 2.5 years. That's what I was told.
And he told you as well that you will if you do it again, and that's why.
So,
and this is the reason why. Sorry, let me just say.
Just let me tap on it, please, 1 second. So when it was in so that was a separate court appearance. What they were trying to up the ante and trying to shut me down completely. But even during the other proceedings in the same family court, while we were there, the judge absolutely said to both of us, none of you say anything on social media. That's why Mum was doing everything behind the scenes. And then obviously, like the puppet master, had all of the clowns spreading all their lies all over the place. that's what was going on. Sorry, go on, babe.
No, it's all right, babe. I'm just going to continue to play through them. Now, this is what I touched on before. This was somebody who classed Isla's mum as a friend who was manipulated and being used and told the lies to go and spread in Lakeisha's live.
Yeah. And yeah, people are saying, well, what?
Yeah, sorry, I ain't even mentioned.
Yeah. And
so what she said there was 5 rounds of IVF. So apparently, and you were all on the journey with me. You've watched us. You know, we were live all the time, but apparently I went and had 5 rounds of IVF in the space of a year, which is not medically possible for a start, whilst I was off my face, doing loads of rugs and drinking every single day, apparently. But unfortunately, there must have just been a load of brain dead people believing it, because anybody with any brain cells will realise that that's not actually medically possible.
100%.
Yeah, people are saying, well, why didn't people realise before? The thing is, you've got to understand that there's things in place where nobody was allowed to speak. And then we went off Isla's mum's wishes, not to mention anything, not to say anything. And she still says the same now, you know, because she's scared. And she does.
So let me just tap on that. Big Love My Mate, the account, if they're still in the comments, you go and listen to the voice notes. The reason why I have a restraining order in place against Isla's mum, and you tell me if that sounds like a scared woman.
Have to be scared. She hasn't done anything wrong, you know, but that's why, because there was a whole army of people, you know, that
if she needs us to do it for her, just let us know. If she needs...
And this is where it began. This is where the talking behind the scenes began. If she needs us to do anything for her, let us know.
Anything from us, anything she needs me to say, anything she wants me to spread anything out for her, I will hand on heart happily do that for Sam. You know, Isla deserves nothing but the best, and she deserves her voice to be heard. Her voice won't be heard for all their mums because her mum can't speak up. It's not the fact that her mum doesn't want to speak up. It's the fact that her mum can't speak up because of things that have happened in the background. So I don't want anybody thinking that this mum isn't fighting for her daughter. She has wanted to come out and say certain things, exactly how I'm saying it. She has wanted to come out here and fight for her daughter. She has wanted to come out here and spread the awareness about her daughter's condition. Unfortunately, she hasn't been allowed to do that, and the dad has took advantage on his side because he has been allowed to do it. Do you understand the manipulation of this man and how dangerous people really are? There's a lot more to it.
You know, the things before TikTok that no one's touched on and I won't ever mention because obviously it's not my business to mention.
Yeah, you get that bit. Yeah, with the sound.
I really do not know this person.
It's all DV.
Right, did you hear that? It's all DV Kate. Now, a lot of you won't know what I went through, but I am going to show you. And I am going to trigger warning this as well.
Guys, this is a massive trigger warning. So if you have been through any sort of DV, please take this as a trigger warning. These photos of Katie and what she went through and what she looked like after her attack, which was classed by the police as practically the same injuries as a car crash. So please take this as a trigger warning, okay?
I'm only going to show a couple, but when she calls me DV Kate and she mocks me DV, this is what she's mocking. One more. This is how sickening she was and what I was having to deal with everything else that we had going on. I'm not going to leave them on the screen for too long, but...
Oh God, they're heavy. I can't look at them photos, you know.
And do you know what was going on? Is they were trying to bring my ex who did that, who I've got an indefinite restraining order against, who they were trying to bring him to the app to share his side of the story, is what they were trying to do. They were actually reaching out to look for him to get his side of the story. Now, I said this in the live earlier today, and I'm going to say it again. After I went through that, I had to get my face reconstructed twice. So the first time I got it reconstructed, I was straight in the hospital on all sorts of very strong pain medications because he broke both of my cheekbones, my eye sockets. I have fractures to the skull. He broke my jaw top and bottom. It was called a Lefort-2 fracture, where the skull comes away, the face comes away from the skull. Now, I was on big pain medication after that for months while they reconstructed my face. And then, yeah, Bella, she's been showing them. She showed them on her live herself. She was showing all of my pictures on her live. Now, after a few months, I thought my face was starting to heal, and it actually collapsed again, and I had to go and get the whole surgery done again. And I was back on the pain med. So it was a good year that I spent on pain medication. Now, I had really good support around me at that time. I was back living in my mum's. I had really good friends. And I had panic attacks, but they came a lot later on, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. However, when my address last year was getting put on live, one of the reasons why I did something stupid to myself is because that put me back right into that place, and I felt every panic attack, waking up in the middle of the night, flashbacks, everything, because my address was getting put online. Lakeisha was showcasing people to the Tom Baines account that had my address on it. She was showing pictures of my house, everything, and that's why my mental health, and it's literally took me a year, along with what happened last year, to get myself into a place where we can actually speak out on this now. And I'm still shaking now talking about it. I am going to touch on something else as well. What got absolutely mocked on this app. Now, a couple of days after I got out of hospital for doing something stupid to myself, Darren did do a live where we wasn't even together at the time, but he did a live to reach out to people to try and get it to stop, because we were getting threats to the house that people were going to come to the house and all sorts.
You were living on your own at the time?
I was living on my own. And stupidly,
as well.
I joined the boxing Darren's because I really needed to shut this down. And I said on a live that I had been living in hiding with my DV because I was so desperate to have this for them to stop. And I probably used the wrong words because I got made a mockery. My DV got made a mockery of on the app that I am, because I've got my name on my shop and I've been on social media, and I've been an advocate and I've spoke out about my story, and I've used it to try and help others. Apparently I'm a mockery because I said that I've been in hiding. Now, what I meant by that was I have hid my address. I have hid where I sleep at night to keep me safe. Yes, I've been out and put myself out there to try and help other women by sharing my story, but I have kept myself safe where I go to sleep at night. Now, what these people didn't know is that this happened to me in 2011. In 2013, when this man got out, I can't even call him a man, when this monster got out of jail, I moved to the other side of the world. I went to live in Canada in actual hiding to get away from him. But because I don't share all of this part, I got absolutely mocked all over the app, and my DV got absolutely, I don't even know, just all over the app, people looking for him, trying to bring him to the app to share his story. I just wanted to add that in. So, I don't know.
There isn't much of a story there, really, is there? The pictures can speak 1,000 words, babe. Do you know what I mean? How an individual can do that to you is beyond me. Beyond me, like. Do you want to get back to the voice notes?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Go on, just have a little scan through. Oh, flaming hell. Yeah, mum. I don't even know where we're up to be honest. Yeah, it's gone.
So no, I've never mentioned his name, and let me just answer that. The reason why I've never mentioned his name is because it turns what I wanted to. I wanted to turn that negative day into a positive day, and the reasons for that is because every time it happened on the 31st of July, it was in summer, and the smell of freshly cut grass would trigger me to have the worst panic attacks ever. And every year I felt it coming, and for months it would put me in a bad place. I'd have flashbacks, I'd be screaming in the middle of the night, waking up, like everything. And I needed to take control back of my life. So I chose to share my story to turn a negative day into a positive day, because I felt in my heart, if that my story can reach somebody else and it helps them escape what they're going through, then then that turns a negative into a positive for me. And the reason I never named him and never shared his face or anything is because I don't want my story to be about him. I want it to be about me, and coming back from DV and showing others that it doesn't matter what you've been through, you have the power inside you to come back from it. That's what I wanted. But unfortunately for me, it's been absolutely torn apart by sick individuals on this app who have made a mockery, who have just tried to destroy me and use my DV against me.
Horrible. Just, I've got no words. Obviously, we lived it and I've seen it, like, as everything unfolded.
What a lot of people don't know is, and I am really proud of it, and I don't never come on this app and say it, but I really am really proud of it. In 2017, I won a Pride of Britain Award for it, because I've helped that many women and men, but mainly women, because I'm a woman. I'm speaking from my experience.
Do you know what? Honestly, and I'm so proud of you for doing it. I'm so proud of you for standing up for what's right. And you know, you're doing exactly the same now. You've never changed. You stand up for what's true and what's right, and that's fact. Do you know what I mean? So I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you for what you've done, even before we got together. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? It might take me a while to come back, but after I've already been through that trauma, nobody will ever be able to keep me down. And I tell you what, when I come back, I'm coming back stronger, because I have dealt with bigger bullies than this Lakeisha Black and all the rest of them that have tried to tear us apart on this app. I'm telling you now, when I come back, I'm coming back stronger.
You know what? Amen to that. Do you want me to just put a song on or something and just have a little chill for a minute and have a breather? Just let people talk in the chat?
Yeah, go on for 2 minutes while I just have this.
Go on, you just, I don't even know, just put that on. Oh, as I say, let's just have a little breather, guys. Yeah, just have a little breather. Oh, what's that? Sorry, guys.
I'll need to pick up after song, babe.
Sorry. Have a little talk between yourselves, guys. I'm just going to let Katie regroup for a little minute. Yeah, just let her regroup. Sorry about the song choice. Give me a break. Flaming on. Oh, thank you, Thank you for all the love, all of the nice comments. As you know, we don't do this all the time, we don't do this often, but when it needs to be done, we will do it. It's as simple as that. Oh, thank you for everyone that's come in and just listened to us. And I told you it was going to be quite upsetting for everybody, do you know what I mean? I'm okay, guys. Thank you for the lovely comments, honestly, and the concerns. Thank you. What a comment, neither do we know.
Oh God.
Go and have yourselves a little cig break. We'll get back to it in a minute. I need to smoke and I don't even smoke.
I'm actually pouring myself a glass of wine, and I don't drink through the week. Hardly drink at the weekend, but
can you pour me one?
From this app. You want one? Because we've got them with the jammy selected.
Oh, give us a jammy, girl. Get it over. Garner, loads of love, my buddy. Did I see our Twinny in here, did I? So you see my Twinny? Where is he? Loads of love to you guys, honestly, thank you. Cloud Chaser has arrived. Sorry,
just a normal wine glass?
Put it in a normal wine glass. I won't drink it on the live anyway. Twinny, I love you, lad. Honest to God. How are we, Zappy, lad? Are we good? Loads of love, Zappy. Oh, flaming hell. Guys, if you're not following us, please do drop us a follow. It'd be much appreciated, guys. Honestly. Just follow this account up. Follow Katie's as well. And Twinny, the Cloud Chaser. Oh, flaming hell. Thank you, baby. And hopefully this will be the last that we have to talk about it. I'm open, so I can't be bothered with it anymore. I'm trying to see where he is. 200k, yeah. We're trying ages for you. I know, lad. I know. It's getting there. I got my little follow count up, haven't I? Trying, lad. Trying, mate. I think everybody that's in there are just people who already follow us, to be honest, mate. I'm sure there will be plenty of screen recorders. Oh, GJC, how are we, girl? Hope you're good.
Hello, Rubes. Hi.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello, my baby.
Tell me when you're ready, baby.
Whenever you are.
Okay.
Oh, that's Rubes in the background, by the way. Making the grunting noises.
Big love, Justel. Thank you, mate. Did you and Katie meet at a bingo? Nah. No. Me and Katie met when I put a story up and she messaged me. She slid straight into the DMs.
Talk about it later.
I know. I'm just waiting for you. I'm just trying to have a little chat with people.
Just want to get the shaving done. Come on.
Go on, baby. Go on. Let's get back to him.
You met at the Netto.
Met at the Netto.
Right.
Oh, flaming hell. Go on. I'm back.
Right. So, this is how far it got with the lies that was put out and the digging that they tried to do. So, when I said before, from her own mouth, that she only asked for receipts, she didn't.
Or got divorced using a number of different names: Kate Walker, Katie Walker, Katie Kelleher, Katie Ann, Katie Yvonne, Kate Wright. And the reason why we're going to put these names out, right, is because when these PayPals and these donation comes through, right, and you want to try and hide assets and you want to try and hide money, these different names will come up. So these are the names that she's known. So if you know any of these names or any PayPals that you've sent to these names, then please send it to DHB and send it to Tom Baines, that have been working around the scenes to spread the awareness, guys. This goes.
Now, let me just tell you what she was trying to do. I was so obsessed. Now, again, she came with absolutely no receipts. The GoFundMe, which you can still see now, it's shut down, but it's still there for you to be able to see. The only GoFundMes, there was 2 GoFundMes up, and they both got shut down when we didn't need them, when basically, as you just know, we didn't need them no more.
Do you remember what happened though? We did have trolls set up 2 GoFundMes in Isla's name. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Do you remember the one coming over
we actually come on live and asked all of our community to go over and go and get it legged. Because, as I say, two different people who we didn't find out who it was set up GoFundMes in Isla's name.
So, but what she's trying to make out is that there was multiple GoFundMe set up in different names, different PayPals. Now, you all know that I've never ever had my PayPal on TikTok like that. I go to work. I've never really received gifts and stuff on this app. I don't really come live, only recently. Yeah.
Go on.
Deeper than 2022, a lot long before that. So yeah, guys, just keep hold of them names. And if you have had a PayPal, like you've sent some money to their PayPal, one of their PayPals, which they've asked you to send it that way because there has been PayPal accounts, then we can look. People can do their digging and look back into information. If it was under Katie Keller, Katie Young, Katie Yvonne, or Katie Young Yvonne, or Kate Hart, any one of them names.
Oh, sorry.
Come forward, please. Next one, please. Thank you, Niche.
Right, on this next one, what she's doing.
What does that say, guys?
August is, in fact, I'm going to show you this one. Oh, Rubes. She's just put her head on me. Like a little baby. Oh, on my shoulder.
She knows that you're stressed, babe. That's what it is.
Right, let me just put me in the big box, please.
There you go, babe.
Okay. Right, so what she's doing here is she's sharing.
2023.
And what name is it?
Katie Keller.
They've digged and found the sale of my house.
So
And this
if this is Kate's house, Kate Hardy's house, why is she under
Let me just pause
that
it.
name?
So this is from the sale of my house. This is how much they dug into me. I forgot what I was going to say anyway.
It wasn't that. So
Oh, sorry. This post that was put out on the Tom Baines that she's playing it from is the post that docks my address. It had my address on this post, but she doesn't show it. And everyone in the comments, I think they start saying don't dox.
That he now said that he was going to have to move into, but it was all going to cost money, but it wasn't going to cost any money because
it was already
that property.
So guys, can we just go back to that, please? Can we go back to the names, please?
So what they were trying to make out was this is the flat that Darren moved into that I owned.
Well, no. That's the flat I moved into.
This is what they're trying to make out. I'll go back. They're trying to make out.
Sorry.
This is the flat that you moved into that you didn't have to pay no rent on because I owned it. When this is actually the sale of my house.
What does that say, guys?
This is what it looked like when I first moved in.
And what name is it?
Katie Keller.
Okay.
Which I'm actually very proud of because you've seen my house now and this is how much work I did to it.
Playing it. So, if this is Kate's house, Kate Hardy's house, why is she under that name?
It wasn't that. So I think this is the flat that he now said that he was going to have to move into, but it was all going to cost money, but it wasn't going to cost any money because
it was already
that property.
So guys, can we just go back to that, please? Can we go back to the names, please? Go back to the names, please, of Kate, please.
I understood it. Sorry?
That whole page is all about us. That whole page. It's mad that someone's got that much time.
Oh my God. So, is that it? Yeah.
Right, so when he was putting out that he was getting kicked out or whatever, wasn't this what he put up? And basically it's under her, so it wasn't like no landlord. She's the landlord.
She's the landlord, yeah, so she owns that flat.
People
from
even saying in their
August
comments.
2023 that post was, and without a doubt it's probably being done up in that time, considering the money they've had.
So I'll say it again for anybody new who's in the chat. You've seen me and Darren live since me and Darren first got together, since he moved in. And my house, as you all know, was already done. There's been no building work going on here since before Darren moved in. I stopped it all because Isla got sick and I didn't want... I've got a hole in my ceiling upstairs. I've got a hole in my ceiling and building work that's half done because it didn't want building work going on. Wow.
Princess's chest, because she was so bad.
So, yeah. Go on, you can take that big box now.
Just keep going through them now, baby. Is there one more?
Well, there is. This is where they started digging into my charity, which... My charity is a fully registered charity. Now...
One sec, babe. Guys, can everyone tap the screen up, share the live out, pop it on your story? It'd be much appreciated. Just tap away. Go on, babe. Sorry.
Now, what she tried to make out was when I won the Pride of Britain Awards, Rod Stewart gave me £10,000 towards my business, not towards the charity, because the charity wasn't a thing. And this is what's on Google. You can go and search for it yourself. Now, I won that Pride of Britain Awards in 2017. After that, that's when I decided to set up the charity, a registered charity to help women who've also been through DV. That charity, I have never been a treasurer for the charity. I've never been had control of the bank accounts. If any money was to be released, then 2 of the trustees had to release the money. And it would have to go to a board of trustees and you'd have to say what the money was for and everybody would have to agree to it. Now, she was trying to make out that I used that money for myself and my charity, which just wasn't true. Now, what she did is she dug that much in. She found the names of all the trustees. She posted all of the names. She showed the video of all of the names. Innocent people. What the hell was that? One sec. How's that just happened? Wow.
You're all right? What's happened?
The Sergei just like come away from the wall, like popped. Did you hear that?
I heard it, yeah.
Oh my God, how has that even happened? It's just popped away from the wall. That's weird. Oh my God, it made me jump. There's no way that could... Wow. So...
Mad that.
Oh God, this made me lose my trail of thought because this... Right. Yeah, she put innocent people who were trustees, trustees don't get paid, they give their time up for good causes. And these were, you know, high class, they were solicitors, they were professional people. Now she took their names and put them all over her lives as some sort of negative, as having something to do with some sort of scam, which it's not. She made out the dispense, and I am going to show you this. I actually leave me in the big box.
You're in the big box?
Now, sorry, I wasn't looking. I actually came out and I did show, but it got ignored. All the work that I had done to what I was supposed to be open to the charity, and it just got completely ignored. It didn't matter how much evidence I put out; it all just got completely ignored. And I'm going to show you this, so I don't need to show it again in case anybody didn't see it, what I posted on my page. This is what the DV Centre looked like when I started and how much work that I put into it. And a lot of it was out of my own money. I didn't need to put any of that money towards it, but I wanted to because I was so passionate about helping others because of what I went through. That's what it looked like before. And this is how much work I've done to it. So we had all the fire alarms fitted, all the smoke alarms fitted. Just, you can see for yourself.
It was an absolute dump, obviously, before you've done all that. And there's multiple rooms that have been done and sorted and set. It's by far the biggest room in there as well.
And do you know what? I put everybody who knows me off the app, I put my heart and soul into this. And it's been absolutely ruined. It's been absolutely ruined now. I'm actually in the process of closing the charity down now because it's been ruined that much. Because I now do not have the confidence to now fundraise. Everybody knows that fundraising and running a charity is a full-time job. And I don't take a single penny. I've never took a single penny from it. And I decided, do you remember us having the conversation?
I was just going to say, I remember the conversation he's saying, I haven't got enough time to put into this charity because the charity needs a lot of me time and focus. And I remember, and she said, unfortunately, because of what we're going through with Princess, I haven't got the time to put into it, so I am going to have to take a step back from it. And I said, look, this has got to be solely your choice. It can't be influenced by me in any way. If that's what you want to do, and you want to do that for Princess, then that's your decision, do you know what I mean? I'll never forget that conversation, babe, to be honest.
But it did, but because I knew that the time wasn't right for me able to do it. I knew that I didn't have the time to put into it. I had to go to work to provide for my family, and not in between work, obviously Isla came first, but then my priorities was you and Isla and going to work to provide for you.
100%.
And I made that decision. I had a meeting with the trustees who all agreed with me that while we were going through this, I cannot go out and I can't go into schools to, talk about my experience to raise awareness. I can't go into colleges. I can't do any of them things because my mind wasn't in it. And I had to sit down, I had a meeting with them. We had a meeting with Charities Commission, and I decided to put it on hold for now, just for now, and I was going to come back to it in the future. I came online, I did a video, I explained to everybody what I was doing, but that wasn't good enough. They still ran with the narrative that I'd scammed everybody out of money, I'd not paid anything into the charity, I'd not done anything with it, and because nobody on TikTok, so this was all done on Facebook and in me real life, people know how hard I worked for that, and they ran with that I'd just scammed all of this money. Now, because they've done that, and because the address is being put out there of where this DV charity is, and it didn't get any bad press, so nobody really pays attention to it too much, if that makes sense. But now, because it's had so much bad press and people talking about it so much, I haven't got the confidence now to be able to carry this on where it is. Now, I'm hoping at some point that I might be able to do something else or carry it on somewhere else. But right now, I just haven't got the strength for it. I just haven't. But it's been ruined. Lakeisha putting these lives out. One sec. Lakeisha putting these lives out saying that I scammed, and everything else that she said is absolutely ruined it. And people who know me in the real world know how many thousands of people that I have helped with what I've done over the past 13 years. After going through my DV, I wouldn't have won a Pride of Britain award for it if I didn't. And people contacting the Pride of Britain award, trying to get that stripped from me, making out like it was a scam. Apparently the Pride of Britain is a scam now. What people don't realise, while they're trying to make me out to be a criminal and this, that and the other, when you win a Pride of Britain award, they literally go through everything. They go through your criminal record, they go through your medical reports, they go through everything. They're not going to let somebody go and sit up with Prince Charles in his living room if you've got a criminal record or if you've got anything anything really. And they've absolutely just tried.
Can I just add, right, even after all of this and everything that's being done, right, can you imagine if you tried to fundraise for your charity now? Can you imagine what would happen?
Exactly.
Can you?
Exactly. I just wouldn't have the confidence to do it. There's no way.
Listen, you just get slated for it. So this is the trolls still suppressing you after time. Do you know what I mean? And all you want to do is do something good. Do something good for the community. Do something good for people who have been through DV themselves. Do you know what I mean? And going through it. Do you know what I'm saying? And all you're trying to create here is a good, loving, positive environment where people can actually come and get some assistance.
Do you know what as well? What baffles me is I've never ever came on this app and asked for help or anything when it comes to... The only time I've done anything on this app was last year when I am a patron for a charity called Centre 56 that takes children on. It's a secure nursery that takes children on who've been through DV. Last year I did a bit of a fundraiser on here and I put an Amazon wish list out to try and get all the children Christmas presents that they wouldn't have had if I didn't do that, and that got absolutely wrote off all over the app as well. I've never ever asked for a single penny on this app for anything to do with my charity, which is why I would never come on this app and show any accounts or anything. If anybody's got a problem or you think there's something going on, go and get in touch with Charities Commission.
Or the police.
Do it. The police, go and do it, because it's completely legit.
It's madness. But this is the thing. People, there is a lot of jealous people on this app, and they'll be jealous of what you've achieved just in life alone. Do you know what I mean? What you've achieved in life alone. How you've come back and bounced back from being so low, babe. It's inspirational. It's nothing less than inspirational, let me tell you that. It really is. So people will be jealous of everything that you've done up until this point. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thanks, babe. Should we?
Well, I'm fucking proud of you, and that's all that matters.
Thank you, babe. Right, so I'm just going to carry on going through them.
Go on, baby. Go on.
Guys.
I actually don't know what's coming up next on these now. So
Well, whatever it is, we just tell our side.
Also, guys, I want to put it to the court as well that when we did show documents
Oh, so this is where she was holding it like some sort of kangaroo court. I want to put it to the court. Listen to her.
the day of some of the Instagram posts, the Hardys did go onto their account to take all that information down, which we already...
So this is what we had to do. This is what I had to do because I had pictures of my nephews who were children on my accounts and my family. They went through all of my Facebook and all of my Instagram to try and get pictures and personal information that I went and shut my Facebooks. I had to shut my business page down because they were writing all over it. And going through it and contacting clients. So I had to which I've got the screenshots for. So I had to shut that down, which is potentially why I've had to walk away from my salon now that I've had for 12 years, which was also a safeguarding place for women to come to open up about their DV. I've had to shut that down now and walk away from it. I just had to shut them down, and you can hear it yourself that she already went and got the information.
Had in our file. Also, guys, I'm asking for Sam to ask the courts that basically when all this does come out, the courts, because even though
Who the fuck's she to ask Sam to get involved in private proceedings in a family court between a family with a child who is end of life, as she's just said herself. Who the fuck is she to tell people to suggest to Isla's mum to go and do anything to the court?
is out of Kate's accommodation, we are asking for the courts to think about, and the fraud
yeah, that's no more, Adam.
Selling Kate's house to pay back, the people that donated to a cause that didn't go to where it was supposed to go to. So what I'm trying to say there, guys, is guys.
I'm just going to answer that comment. Yeah, it was months ago, but this is the first time we're speaking on it. And what the fuck's it got to do with you?
Well, I have to give you...
Do you know what? This lady in the chat now, her name's Margot. And I just want to say a massive, thank you to you for jumping in the box for what you say now.
Clearly scamming people, going on live again. Like today, he was on live begging for gifts.
Have they given any answers? Have they answered all your questions?
No, they haven't even showed receipts. They showed nothing.
So we can't presume that they have spent it here, there, and everywhere, can we? Because if you don't know, how can you accuse?
Sorry, can I just counter that? Nobody's accused anybody of anything, and also nobody's actually said that they've actually done anything. We're suggesting, we're actually saying, where is the money, where is the receipts?
And what is suggestion? The motherfucker of all things.
Well, it's not basically saying that the person's done it. It's not saying, yeah, they've done it. Oh, well, that's what we think, or that's what they've done. It's suggesting that the person's obviously doing it. They've done it. It is what it is. That's what we suggest. That's what we're asking for, the receipts. They don't want to show it, so we're going to suggest where the money has gone.
Well, you're innocent. You're innocent till proven guilty.
But we haven't said he's guilty.
But you're suggesting it.
Yeah, but
on an app.
He's guilty.
On an app that runs with one live, another live, this one, that one. It's just so many lies gets put out here.
Yeah, but I think we've done this in the most decentest way. I don't think, any lies can be spun here. The evidence is right. Sorry, the evidence is being, shown. I don't think.
She's not true. Has anybody seen one bit of evidence from this?
Hang on. She just said that she's just suggesting, and then turns around and says that the evidence has been shown. Make your fucking mind up.
When you actually watch it back and you break it down like this, you can see how much absolute waffle she chats.
Smiling and giggling for the past 3 years. We've been having a funeral. We've been planning a funeral.
So what she's saying there is for the past 3 years we've been planning a funeral. Now, I don't even have to explain it really.
Listen, come on.
Hang on, this was on the 16th of January. 16th of January, 5 months before.
Before she passed. You mean, 1 second, babe. 1 second. 5 months before Isla passed, she was saying this, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Now, she also says here, I'm just going to remind you a little bit.
Herself, though, in everything that she says.
She also wasn't meant to make it to the last few Christmases, which is true. It's like they wasn't happy that Alice didn't pass away when we was told that she was going to.
Well, look at it this way. They had their part to play in her passing away now, though, didn't they? Do you know what I mean?
She's all better. She's doing well. So
is that not a good thing?
We're not saying that's not a good thing, but it's not what he's been telling everybody. So for why these GoFundMes have been set up.
I don't know what to say. I think it's, you know what I mean? If the child's doing well and the child's surviving, thank you, Jesus. Thank you to everyone. And then the people who...
Jay, who's in the chat now, I don't know why you're over here saying pure evil, because I've seen you over in Lakeisha's before saying that you were ringing the police on me. So,
oh my God, that's him. That's him.
That is him.
Jay, so apparently you've phoned the police on us.
Well.
Is he? Listen, Jay.
Yeah,
look, let me just have a little minute with Jay. Let me just have a minute with Jay.
In the box.
So, Jay, I did actually see the screenshots myself with my own eyes. You said that you've reported us to the police for God knows what, but this goes to show you right here what these weirdos are like. You can see for yourself. He's in the comments. Scroll through, guys. Scroll through and see what it is. Has he just been muted? He's been muted now, hasn't he? I can't see him.
Important.
Fuck off, Jay. Get out of it, lad.
Come on.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Carry on. Oh, weird. I'm sorry, I'm gone now.
Go on.
The big money that you can talk about, then they'll have to answer for that, won't they?
We're not saying that. What we're asking for is just show us some receipts. Show us something instead of showing us a diamond ring, instead of showing us a free extension and a shed, instead of showing us a free hot tub, instead of showing us a free...
Now let me tell you where all this free stuff has come from, okay? There's a woman on this app called Tracy Loveridge. Now Tracy Loveridge was doing behind the scenes and also in the comments and in the boxes with Lakeisha at the time. And if anybody wants to see, I'll pull up the screenshots now so you can see for yourself how much she was working with Lakeisha. And that's how this has all unfolded the last couple of days. And I'm not going to bring up, I think you've seen it before in Angie's and you've seen it in Pales as well. This person was doing video after video after video. She was in touch with Isla's mum. She got told by Natasha that Natasha has got it wrong. In fact, I need to play that video in a minute. She got told Natasha, because I've seen the screenshots, that Natasha had been lied to and everything that she'd said was untrue. And instead of holding her hands up and giving us the apology like she said she was going to, she carries on doing it behind the scenes. And what she's tried to do for the past couple of days is silence me from speaking out because she knows exactly what she's been doing. She went to Pearl and gave Pearl false information and let Pearl run with it on her live. She went, do you know what? I'm going to say it. She went to Best Girl the past couple of days when I was in the box and let Pearl, let Best Girl run with false information. And in that text message that I've seen as well, she also told him not to platform us to try and silence us, while she's been doing the utmost in the shadows, not in the comments anymore, just working behind the scenes, thinking she was dead clever, but the truth comes out in the end. Now, she also was messaging me on TikTok saying that she was going to send men to my house to come and collect receipts from me, knowing, sorry, actually, she didn't say to my house, just to me, to a woman, that she was going to send men to the house. In fact, I'm going to pull up that now.
It still makes me think then, why didn't she say she was going to send men to me? Why not me? Why you? Exactly. Why you? I'll tell you why. That's her way of trying to intimidate you as a woman, knowing that you are vulnerable, knowing that you were on your own. She said that to you. She never said it to me. She actually phoned me up and we had a conversation. And when I started to explain the build outside that she kept calling a shed, and I explained to her that it was the walls on the so-called shed that she kept making out had thicker walls than her caravan. And the minute I said that and explained it, she buttoned me. She didn't want to know. She didn't want to listen to the truth and the facts. But some people out there aren't big enough to admit when they're wrong, unfortunately.
What she was also trying to run with is that a traveller who we know quite well
don't say no names.
No, I'm not. Has come and done Isla's bills for free. Now, she actually messaged me this, and I can't show it because obviously the name's in there. But she said that he'd come and done it for free. Now, I replied saying I know exactly who is, and no, he didn't do our bills. We have photos of it being built, but I know him. I'll WhatsApp him now, and I'll get him to come and explain to himself. And she put, oh, sorry, and started backtracking on it then because she couldn't run with that narrative. Now, let me get this one up for you.
What she tried to do was she was trying to name drop men within the traveller community whose name holds really some substance. Do you know what I mean? The well known. But unlucky for her.
Just get this up for you now.
Just one second, baby. I'll big box you. Just let me talk. Unfortunately for her, that lovely man actually messaged me and gave me a phone call when we were doing everything we were doing for Princess, and I actually had his number. So it would have just been a phone call to say, she obviously thought that we didn't know many travellers. Do you know what I mean? But I actually had this really good man's number on my phone at night. I had the conversation with Katie and said, well, you know what? Tell her we're just going to phone him. Tell him we're going to phone him and tell him exactly what she said. And the minute she found that out, she went, and started backtracking on everything. Absolute wronging, mate. Wronging.
Nice. So, as you can see there, it is her. And she says, okay, a few of the lads who've donated a lot of money will come and see you. You can show them the proof of where the money went and they'll do a video. Either way, the truth will be known. A couple of the lads, so she didn't say 2 men, she just said a few of the lads. So she's going to send a few of the lads to come and see me for me to show proof. And she's been the one who's been working behind the scenes, making everyone look like a fool, sending all of the false information over to people. She sent the false information over about poor Rob and let Best Girl run with it on her live. She sent the lies over to Pearl and let Pearl run with it on her live. So she's been in everybody's business. She's friends with Lakeisha. She's been working behind the scenes to make everybody look like a fool. And she got told the truth.
100%.
One, drop me down.
I'm just trying to work out what was going on then in the chat. Sorry, babe. Go on, shrink that down. There you go. Whew. Go on. How come your screen's gone blank?
People just like us.
Oh, because
so
it's on the couch.
You have to see the bitterness. Was she jealous that the mum got herself together? You know, she couldn't handle. I'm suggesting that Kate couldn't handle that Sam got herself together and won custody. That's why she couldn't get to it. Well, she's thinking to herself now. She's probably thinking to herself, well, do you know what? She can deal with Isla now. Yeah, because your mum paid up your back gardens. You got your green grass. You got your fence up. You got your new kitchen. You've got all your rooms done out. But what about Sam and Isla? Who benefits from all the stuff now? Because it's not Darren. It's not Isla. It's not any of Darren's family. Kate benefits the most from all of this. And you need to take that into consideration. Afternoon, sweetheart. Yes, she put value on the property. Narcissistic behaviour. I hope Sammy's getting help and support. I hope she is too. I hope no mum, I'm sorry for the mums that go, you might not have experienced it this way, but I know what I'm talking about. When you know that your child's with the baby dad and there's a new stepmom and I don't know what the word is. I don't know if
is that why she's
like when you know you're doing something online and somebody else can't do something about it.
Is that why she's better towards me? Because
well,
her baby daddy got her baby.
Yeah, 100%.
You know you're doing it to knock that person's mental health, to send them over the edge, because you know they can't come off your social media and say, I don't know what the word is. I've got to start educating myself on some of these big words. Therefore, it's clearly a special scene when, powerless. You're not just powerless, that's not the word. Powerless, but...
And we did also touch on it before, didn't we? Unfortunately, Isla's mum didn't get it together. She didn't stop taking rugs and looking after Isla for the whole 5 months she was there. She let Isla regress while she was off doing all this behind the scenes online, to the point where Isla had to get removed after 5 months and placed back with Darren.
What Kate and Darren were doing on the camera towards the mum, there's a word to it. It's like when you're in a relationship and you feel it, your partners, and then he moves on. There's a word to it, and
bitterness. That's the word.
It's where you can't do nothing, you can't say and you have to remember. Ages ago on it, Kate, out of Isla's money. You lot don't have a clue, man. I'm going to bring in you something in the next couple of days. She's going to have a shock how I found out this, love. But like I said, I'm more closer to the home than you think, sweetheart. I'm more closer to the home than you think, sweetheart. And they're going to get a shock. Trust me on this. Because like I said, and Kate, you can run off to Spain, baby girl. But that money is going to be catched up and your mum will be involved in this as well. So like I said, the only person that benefited from this was Kate. And that Spain house, you know, you can get your assets moved now, you can sell your houses, you can do all that.
It's a different one, to sleep there.
But, you know, when it comes to things like certain people, so it could be a certain, it could be a certain anything, it just doesn't matter. When we look back at everything, you know, and new emerging, you know, things come in, I'm going to...
So, by the way, we've gone from the 27th of December, we're now up to the 27th of January. This live is. So this has been going on for a month already. Like I said this morning, I've just quickly gone through these and got together as much as I possibly can in the space of time that I had before I was just wanted to come online and shut down what she was saying. But I probably am going to do a part 2 when I go through the rest of the videos, because we're only a month in.
Highlights all of some stuff. And this is all on the internet, guys, as well. Darren started up his Reverse Bar Ltd company in May 2022. I am suggesting that the tax dodges, as no business was ever done from this. I'm also suggesting...
So let me just explain that one to you. Darren set that up in May 2022. Isla got her diagnosis in August 2022. I'm sure you can understand why he decided it wasn't the right time for him to set a business up.
Same as he set up the Hardy Couture and Just Us Hardy as limited companies. A good way of moving Isla's money through the system.
Oh my God, I can't get my head around it. She's got no idea what she's talking about. How is setting up companies moving money through the system? If you're putting money into companies, you're doing it for legit purposes to pay tax. I can't with this woman, honest to God.
I'm also going to let you guys know that none of these were done before they got any big money from Isla. I'm also suggesting, guys, that I really think that this has come from Kate and her past scamming deals with charities, money, and her accounts in Cheshire. Kate started up Kate Cares in 2018, and I'm going to counter that by asking you lot and asking Kate, why are you saying that COVID, when we've looked back at everything, you know, to property into Spain to move by her mum? I am suggesting to you guys that some of the money, Isla's money, was moved over to Spain, as Kate knows Spain very well.
Why? Because my mum and dad are retired there.
From one of the care companies that the Hardys used, did have and have reported to the social services.
So, as I said before, there's a court report there that states there was absolutely no safeguarding while Isla was in our care. Isla's carer was in the chat before. She was here for a year, her overnight carer, 5 to 6 days a week. Absolutely no safeguarding concerns. The only safeguarding concerns that were detrimental to Isla was from what she was putting out, from all these suggestions that she was putting out, and thinking people over to the social services to do fake reports, which caused the social services to work against us, which left Isla in an unsafe situation, an unsafe home, until she was removed from where she was and placed back with Darren.
Hardys have had a number of different companies and always use the same excuse. And always use the excuse the companies or the carers were not for us.
Too right, they weren't for us. Do you know how many complaints we had to put in about the care companies because they wasn't looking after Isla, because they were forgetting to give her meds, they were forgetting to change her, to feed her. So yeah, too right. We were unhappy with them because she wasn't getting looked after the way that we'd look after her. So yeah, we did. But again, how would she know this if she wasn't in touch with Isla's mum?
It's also allegedly, and I am suggesting, when Darren worked in the clubs, he was well known to deal as well.
Wow. So she's suggesting to a live with hundreds of people in it that Darren was some big dealer, apparently.
Nah, they call me D'Escobar.
So when she's saying from the what I played you before that she only asked for receipts, I think you can clearly hear that she didn't only ask for receipts, did she?
Both Darren and Kate admitted Kate could not afford to keep Isla and Darren, so they would have to move out. But they could afford to employ Kennedy to work at the shop on a Saturday, which at that time Darren could have done, as Isla was always visiting Gran on a Saturday.
This gets a little bit ridiculous here. I'm sorry for laughing, but
you know what? We'll play this one. We'll just play this one, and then it gets funny then, and I'll let you hear why it gets funny. But this is how she was rolling. This is how she was doing her lives.
Sad faces if it's not true. Is Kate playing the mental health card? This is your popular opinion.
So when she comes on, which she normally does, when she gets outed for her disgusting behaviour, which I'll play you in a minute, that she's done to other people, which is actually wishing grape on children. When she comes on and she says about her mental health, we'll come over and we'll do a poll on it, okay?
So hang on 1 second. So she's literally clutching at straws here. But the problem we had, guys, was there was a lot of people believing it. There was a lot of people believing her lies. As we're playing them now, and like a lot of stuff's come to light, but there was actual people believing this. And obviously, a lot of them have come down now and apologised to us, do you know what I mean? But they actually believed everything that was being said about us. as I say, the whole hate train that got done on us the Crimbo before, was just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Right, I'm going to put the second one to you, which this is going to come. Do you think that I am suggesting, has Kate never really wanted Isla? So it's sad, happy faces for yeah. So has Kate never really wanted Isla? So do you think she's never really wanted Isla? Yes, that you think what I've said is the truth, or no, sad faces, you think it's not the truth?
Babe, let me tap on this. So, me and Katie had a conversation. Now, when we got the diagnosis for Isla, I literally sat Katie down and I was like, look, we need to have a serious conversation here. I need to know if you want to be with us, even though we're going through all of this now. You've got the choice at this moment in time to either walk or stay. I want you to think about it and take it, like, seriously consider what I'm saying to you. Do you know what I mean? Because we hadn't been with each other for, like, years and years and years at this point. I said, when we got Isla's diagnosis, I sat her down and said, have a proper think about this, because, you know, this is going to consume my life. You know, Isla is everything to me. But you need to think, you can still walk away at this point. It's up to you. The decision's yours. Do you know what I mean? And I remember within a heartbeat, she turned around and looked at me and went, Darren, I'm not going nowhere. I am not going nowhere. And you know what? She's an absolute warrior, because she didn't choose any of this that to happen to her. She didn't choose any of this trolling. She actually just stood by a man who's dealing with devastating news about his daughter, and she chose to wear those shoes. Now, for the first year or two that we were on the app, you saw that we live streamed near enough every single day. We were showing you a journey. At the very beginning wasn't even a journey. It was just us coming on and having a bit of a social life, because Isla didn't leave our side 7 days a week. She was with us all the time. It was just about us having a bit of a social life. But then it obviously, when she got a diagnosis, it then turned into something else. Do you know what I mean? And you saw that. And that was plainly just because not her mum. One second, babe. Not her mum and not her mum's side of the family. They didn't have anything to do with her. We wanted them to, but they didn't. They just chose not to. And you just need to remember that.
Thank you, babe. And you know, but let me add to that as well. We didn't leave the house for a year. We didn't have the honeymoon period when we first got together, because I got sick so quick. And when we got that first week of respite, it was before Isla got her diagnosis, we got a week of respite, and we got absolutely annihilated all over this app. Since me and Dan have been together in 5 years, we've had 3 holidays. People were acting like we went on some big, amazing, like, 5-star luxury holidays. We didn't. We went for a cheap week. You can go and Google yourself how cheap Egypt is in January. We went for a week to Egypt. We went for 5 days in a B&B in Spain.
Yeah.
And we went for a week to
Was it 10 days to Turkey?
Might have been 10 days to Turkey.
10 days to Turkey.
And do you know what? You can't just when you're in that situation, you can't just go and think, oh yeah, I'm just going to go. So much has to be put in place before you go. You have to make sure that every box is ticked, every single box. You have to okay it with every single service to make sure. And we took the advice from the services, and they pushed us. They were like, listen, she's in the best place. She's in Claire's house. She's got 24-hour supervision. She's having a symptoms check. She's being, cared for by nurses. You go. You need this respite right now. You go and have this respite. And we were saying, are you sure? And they were like, go. And that's the reason why we went, because we needed it. And we got absolutely annihilated for even having a little bit of respite.
So can I just tap on that? So the years from Isla was 1 to up until we met Katie, I'd never ever been on holiday. I'd never ever been away and spent any time away from Isla. 9 times out of 10 it was because Mum and her family were never in her life long enough in order for me to do that, to be able to go and enjoy any holiday. So I'm talking 7 years of Isla's life. I never went anywhere. I didn't go anywhere without her. Does that make sense? So it's like, even at that point of me, she was still had loads of services around her. Do you know what I mean? And I still never left her side one bit. It's mad. It's absolute madness. So for me to, after 7 years of not going anywhere, to go and get a little bit of respite because we had it and got crucified for it, it just goes to show what type of people these people are that try to crucify us for it. Do you know what I mean? There you have it. Are you there, babe?
Yeah, sorry, I was just finishing my segment. I'm just going in now. One sec. This is where we actually had to laugh at it, and you're going to laugh at this, babe, because this is where the trolls started trolling each other.
Oh.
It also shows exactly what was going on, that they were arguing over who had the biggest platform from what they were doing to us. So I'll just let you listen. Let me just put my phone on charge. I'll let you listen for yourselves. And I said this morning.
I'm staying silent.
Why is this happening to me? Like, why? I haven't done anything to none of yous.
Can we have Boo-hoo in the chat again, please?
For none of you to treat me in this way. I've been...
Hang on, babe. Hang on.
You've been down to the...
Oh. Pause. Now play.
Even down to the mum and all that stuff. It's just like, what the hell is actually happening? What did I do to deserve this? Because I'm a new person. I'm not having it no more. And they're all just not nice.
Yeah, let's have dry your eyes, Mace, in the chat.
They're not nice at all.
Who?
Just want to actually treat me in this way.
Oh, God. Oh.
And like to Tom, if you are watching, like what I just don't understand is that, like I said, it's not even about the followers or anything like
so
that.
Right now she's talking about Tom, and I have got a video, I'll have to find it, where she does admit that Tom Baines is a woman from Liverpool. But I'll let you keep on watching. But what she's talking about is the Tom Baines account that she was showing all the videos on, that we knew that Isla's mum was behind with other people.
But it's the fact that you didn't have anybody over your side.
And I'll tell you what happened and why this came about. Because I got a solicitor's letter out to Isla's mum to basically say to her, we know you are behind some of this, what's happening on TikTok. If you don't stop it, then we're going to take this further. Now, Tom Baines started going into Lakeisha's live saying, we're having nothing to do with this anymore. This is just speculation. This is not true. Because they started panicking. And they turned against each other. Because of that, they turned against each other.
You was okay with us sharing all your information. You was okay with us sharing what was on your page. You was okay being in here in the comment section. You was okay with that. But as soon as I cracked it, now you switched on me. And the wickedest thing is, all you needed to do was message me, and I would have enlightened you even further. That's not even come out yet. But you wanted to do that to me. Just want. Met Tom Baines 3 weeks ago.
Did you hear that?
What?
Listen to this very closely, the start of it.
Met Tom Baines 3 weeks ago.
I met Tom Baines 3 weeks ago.
And the reason why we met Tom Baines is because Tom Baines had a couple of information about Hardy's on his page. Good work. I bigged him up on my platform and brought him up here. He didn't have no followers.
So, maybe she should bring her receipts of who's behind the Tom Baines.
Can I just say, so Tom Baines, guys, if you don't already know, Tom Baines was the one who had somebody come down to Isla's funeral, take pictures of Isla's hearse, take pictures of our friends that were invited, and then put it on, sent it to Tom Baines, put it on social media to troll us on the day of Isla's funeral. Let's get that one straight.
They also posted the day after we lost Isla and spoke about what happened in Isla's final days.
Oh.
Can we have bun Tom Baines in the comments and bun Lakeisha in the comments?
Go on, girl.
No likes, no shares, no reposts. I did part 1 myself. He helped me with part 2. And part 3, the one that I showed you yesterday, the new news, I got all that myself.
Oh,
so not for Tom Baines' account, not for nothing. I came out with that information yesterday, and he hasn't liked it. Okay? Anytime I do any of these segments, I always put alleged or suggest. So I can tell he's coming for me for no. Now, because what I've got in front of me, these 2 books, one which I haven't said online yet, because it's not the right time, which he could have messaged me anytime. I could have shared that with him. And then this one that I have put out to you lot. So what's happened is, now Tom's got thousands of followers off my back.
Happy Apple's comments.
And now Tom's actually got people that are listening to him. And now Tom's actually got commenters and likes. He's now gone and put an indirect post about me. Not mention my name though, talking about how we run this and how we do it like the court, and how he could hear my papers in the background.
Oh, Tom Baines is over there sat in Lakeisha's comments now.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Well, there you go.
We need proof about this spin.
Self-explanatory, babe.
3 weeks ago, you've been sat on my live every single day. 3 weeks ago, you never had thousands of followers.
Wrong and stick together. Let's have that fact.
You never had no likes, no shares, and no reposts. And every day you've allowed us to stream the hardest, to stream all the hardest information on your page, and never had a problem with it. And how we've run these lives, you've never had a problem with us being judge and jury. And the reason why we do play judge and jury,
what account is she on, guys?
Most of these people that are viewing it.
Do you know what account is she on? Because I'm going to play you this now, and I'm sorry it's going to be really triggering, but I'm going to interrupt this a minute, and I'm going to play you this, and I'm going to also put me in the big box, please.
Go on, baby. Here we go.
And this isn't what she's done towards us. This is what she's done towards her brother's, her baby dad's sister's child.
Trigger warning in the chat, please. This goes on for a little bit, guys. This goes on for a little bit, but this is a trigger warning, okay? Mods, please keep putting trigger warning in the comment section for us. Guys, if you do have any disabled children, or you've got disabled children within your family, please take this as a massive trigger warning, okay? Go on.
Why not have that on the thing? Yeah, there it is.
I'm going to mute off for this.
This does go on for a little bit, and I'm so sorry.
You've got somebody like Ratcatcher that is an old bag, right? An old bag that is jealous and envy.
So let me just before to play it. The woman who she's talking
Babe, can you take that off the screen now? Everyone's ready, please.
Yeah.
Take that off the screen, please. Go on.
So the woman who she's talking about has got a disabled child called Harvey.
Over me. Why would she not be? Look at me. Look at how stunning I am. She can't come on camera. She's not alive like that to be on camera, to be in anybody's faces. She is a nonce hunter, right? She's a nonce hunter that hides behind the scenes and has a lot of fucking trauma going on.
Is this the right one?
Cannot wait.
This is not the right one. Give me 1 second.
It's not the right one, babe. Flame.
It is.
TikTok shop.
Honestly, Jamie, you need to try harder.
about what I said about anything to do with your kids. You're not going to do shit. I stand on what I said. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Do you know why? Because you wish death on mine. And you wished other things as well, but you...
Let me just tell you, she's been asked for the receipts, and this is what she does, is she tries to make lies on people. She's never brought one single receipt to show, just like she's done with us, that this is a clapback. Not that it makes it any better, because it doesn't when you hear what she says.
Last night, did you? No, let's just bring the parts that Keisha's done.
And this was also 3 days ago.
I stand on everything that I've done. I'm not hiding any of it. But let me correct a few things.
Just keep putting trigger warning in the chat,
Melissa,
please, guys.
Katie Price. Did you think coming up it was going to do something? Did you think coming up also as well that I was going to go or I was going to cry over you coming up? Don't think so, Katie Price. Don't think so, babe. Now I know, Katie Price, what you have to deal with every day, Katie Price. And guess what? That's what keeps me humble with my kid. Okay, Katie? Katie Price, Katie Price, Katie Price. Katie Price, Melissa, Katie Price, Katie Price. Katie Price, Katie Price, Katie Price. Melissa is Katie Price, Melissa is Katie Price, Melissa is Katie Price. I've already said this on live, Melissa. My baby daddy can't stand you. My baby daddy's sisters can't stand you, the aunties to my daughter, because you could never be an auntie. You were cut off years ago for your behaviour towards the kids. Let's have it right, Melissa. So why didn't you tell any of them last night, Katie Price?
She's in her 30s.
Why didn't you tell them that none of the family have anything to do with you?
It actually gets worse, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh, did you think coming up with... You know what? I just had to say to Jamie on the phone, Jamie, you do realise, babe, that she's been up before. You do realise Katie Price has been up before. This is nothing new. Honestly, you brought... Then he sent me a woman of this,
this was on live,
woman, right, from my area, the one that I've knocked out already, right? And he went, this is your sister. The guy, listen, these people are lost. So yeah, you can bring up Katie Price, that's fine. At the end of the day, I've tortured her already, mentally on here, and physically in life.
So exactly what I was saying before, when she's doing polls on other people's mental health, if you see her crying about her mental health, just remember this.
So yeah, let her come up here and say what she wants to say. She is Katie Price, and I'm standing on that. I told her to her face, you are Katie Price.
I really do think as well that Katie Price needs to be made aware of these. Hair Candy, who's in the chat, guys, can we put loads of hearts for Hair Candy, because Hair Candy is Melissa, who she's talking about, and she's the most amazing mum. I have actually been speaking to her for over a year now, and she's shown me evidence that she is well in touch with all of her family. She's well in touch with all of her family, and this girl, what she's done to Melissa, you heard it in Angie's box before, it's absolutely disgusting what she's done.
Let's go. 1 second. Let's just show Hair Candy so much love, guys. So much love. Come on.
And the other thing I do want to say as well is, I do believe, and I haven't had time to look into it today, that Katie Price has set something up called Harvey's Law. And I do think she does need to be made aware of what this thing is saying on live. So I think that Spitting Facts FYP has got a couple of posts on their page where they screen recorded this. If everyone can go and tag, Katie Price does come onto TikTok because she came into our lives a couple of years ago. So she does see what's going on. So I think we all need to go over and tag Katie Price in it and make her aware, because I do think that she needs to take some sort of legal action against this now.
So let me just tap on it. So basically what she's trying to do is, so Candy, is it Candy Girl? Candy Hair?
Hair Candy.
Hair Candy. Hair Candy is Lakeisha's baby's father. She's the brother. She's the sister to the father. Now, she's got Hair Candy's got a son called Harvey. Now, what she does is she's calling him Harvey and calling her Katie Price because her son is autistic. If I'm getting that right, am I right in saying that? So that's what she's doing. She's mocking her by mocking Katie Price and mocking Melissa at the same time.
She's trying to use it like
Because-
in some sort of negative light. She's trying to use it as some sort of insult. But Katie Price, as I said it before, she's the most amazing mum. You can't take that away from her, no matter what anybody's opinions of her are. She is the most amazing mum. So how she thinks she's using that as some sort of insult, but it's the venom in the way that she's saying it. Like she's trying to use it as some sort of negativity. She's fucking vile, right? I'm sorry, I'm getting angry. I'm just gonna play it.
Katie Price, you are Katie Price. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yeah, it was embarrassing how she's acting, but guess what?
Who's embarrassing?
These people, to them, this is like...
This does get worse, guys, as well, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, we've got something on Keisha. But what they don't realise is that she's been up plenty of times. It's nothing new. It's not new.
Guys, please don't tag Katie Price into this. I think somebody needs to make her aware, but this will trigger Katie massively, so please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Let's just let her see it. We don't want to come into the live and seeing.
I wouldn't want her to come in and hear this.
There's a video out there that we can tag her in the video and let her do what she wants with it.
It's not right. It's not right.
Katie Price, Katie Price, Katie Price, Katie Price. Melissa, it's Katie Price. And she knows it. She knows what she is. Ask her why she's not allowed near none of the kids. You ask Katie Price why she's not allowed near none of the kids. Oops. So yeah, damn right I call her Katie Price. Because she is. You should see it. You should see it. You should see what it looks like.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How is this person, this horrible wronging, still allowed to be on this app? How? She's running alive now. How isn't nobody going over there and doing what they need to do to get it off? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't.
I'm gonna have to keep
So
going.
yeah, my baby daddy's sister. She's been up before. We've done this rodeo plenty of times with her. I know her in real life. She's not allowed near none of the kids. She's not allowed near me. She's not allowed near my daughter. And yeah, she is Katie Price. I do call her Katie Price. Of course I fucking do. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? So yeah, you want Jamie, again, you failed. You failed, honestly. Bringing Melissa up, it's my baby daddy's sister who doesn't like me. Hello, we've never been in the same room together. Hello, this is my baby daddy's sister, aka Katie Price. Obviously she's gonna hate, because she's a hater. She's never took her kids on holiday. That's why she was talking about...
Babe, can you pause that a minute? What account is she on now?
Her Majesty, I think.
Yeah, guys, pin her account that she's on now. She's live.
I'll pin
Go
him
on,
in the
pin it,
box.
and then do what you want. Go on. Carry on, babe. Sorry.
We could take her kids to Marbella and spend a couple of months. Don't you, Melissa? Don't you,
Trigger warning.
Melissa? Yeah, Keisha Buller's ma. She's such a bully. Let me give you the story and Buller Mario.
Trigger warning, guys.
I have to cry now because Melissa come up. No, love, it don't work like that. Good morning, Mary, daughter, love. Right, I've got 1% battery, so my phone's gonna...
And that is who's been trolling us. That is what's been run around the app, wishing grief on children. People still sit with that. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. If that was a man, if that was a big creator on this app talking like that, they'd be absolutely torn apart. It's the sickest thing I have ever heard in my life.
Babe, that's
and poor Melissa has been trying to get this out for so long because of everything that she's been going through, and the fact that this thing is still sat on lives, doing the same thing time and time again to every single person that she sits with. And I'm going to bring this up now. In fact, I'm going to share this. Let me just share this. No, I'll bring it up first. I've had girls in the box this week who've had to move house because of this woman to safeguard their children. One of the women who've been in my box, Lakeisha, did the same thing. She did live after live after live, calling her partner a PDF. Now, this woman ended up having to move house to safeguard her child because Lakeisha was putting the wrong information out.
Happens with a lot of these people that do this kind of thing, babe. They just put out false narratives. They spread lies. That's what they do. Do you know what I mean?
Melissa, I
can't handle that.
So sorry, but I'm so proud of you.
So sorry.
That you've been able to finally share your story and get it out of exactly what she's been going through, what you've been going through. Sorry.
Yeah, she does have children, but her father, who's a really good man, who is her Candy's brother, has 50% custody or whatever it is you want to call it, mate, to be fair. But she needs to have that, whatever she's got left, taken, stripped raw from her. That is disgusting. How can one person come on here? She also had 2 men sat outside a woman's house to intimidate her.
She did.
The lengths that this person
and now I can only put the truth out. When she's talking about taking her child to Marbella, the girl that she went to Marbella with is from Liverpool and she's a high-class escort. That's what she did when she went to Marbella. That's a fact.
Heavy. Do you know what, babe, right? We're touching on that. We've been on this now for 3 hours.
I'm so I can't listen to her voice anymore today.
Can I just say, right, we're touching nearly on 10 o'clock. How much have you actually got through so far? No, with the stuff that you've got, how much have you got through?
Oh, I'm nearly at the end, to be honest.
You're nearly at the end?
I'm literally at the end, yeah.
Okay. If you're literally at the end, go on, carry on then.
I don't even know how many.
I thought it might have been a part 2 or something. It's okay. Oh.
Do you want me to play Natasha's apology or not bother?
Go on and explain who she is. Go on.
So, Natasha is the girl who was believing Isla's mum's lies, and who's the person who went in the box before, who I showed you, who went in the box. Now, she did come to us. She sent us all the voice notes that you've heard today about Sam being behind some of the Tom Baines.
Babe, just to let you know, she's blocking loads of people here.
Bullshit.
Go and do what you need to do.
Block who she wants.
Do what you need to do. Pearls,
she also went over to Tracy Loveridge, who was being the one. Tracy Loveridge, who's been the one who's been working behind the scenes, making everyone look like fools. She's tried to silence me this week. She's the one that sent the information over to Best Girl to make her look like a fool. She sent the false information over to Pearl to make Pearl look like a fool. And Tracy did receive a message from Natasha to say, I am so sorry, we've been lied to. You can see the panic in Natasha's messages. We've been lied to. Sam's been lying to us. And Tracy replies saying, it's not your fault. But then still, instead of being the woman that she said she was going to be, instead of standing on business and coming and apologising like she said she was going to, she's then just worked in the shadows and done the utmost behind the scenes, sending over all this false information. Here's Natasha's apology.
I believe that you guys were this, you were big bad people, stealing money, doing this, doing that, and I believe that to be a fact, hence why I spoke. So obviously I was sticking up for her in boxes. I was told the restraining order was put in place I don't know whether to say this or not, because she...
Can I just pause this? Is Big Love My Mate still in the chat? Because I think we're going to end this in a minute, but we'll let you go over and listen to some of what we've been dealing with off the app as well. And the reason the restraining order's in place.
Saying about losing twins, okay? I'm sorry, I had to say it because that's the truth. So the more I was helping her and speaking and going, no, this is right, you know, I know this is right because she's my friend. The more I was, you know...
Listen, ain't nobody jealous of that scrawny little thing over there. Let me tell you that now.
And all these people and like, you know, everyone was like going on my word. Yeah, well, she's Sam's friend, so she must be telling the truth. You know, I'm not hiding behind some fake account. You know, this is my account.
Let me
mods,
tell you
get ready,
now.
mods, get ready. If anyone comes in, and be's horrible, wait 1 second. If anyone comes in and be's horrible in these accounts over the next couple of minutes, be prepared to block.
And let me tell you this now. She ain't bought no house. She hasn't bought no house. She's got a council house. It's got council door handles. It's got council doors. Let her sit there and believe, because she actually believes what comes out of her own mouth. Leave it to her. The girl's obviously not well. She needs medical intervention. She needs a wellness check. Honestly, the girl's dangerous.
So looking back on things, sorry, I kind of like pulled away a bit because I was warned by a professional that I was being manipulated basically into doing what she wanted me to do. Okay, and at no point was I told, you need to stop that because, you know, there's a restraining order, It was always, thank you so much for doing this. All the words, you say it, and
Do you know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? Just for a laugh. Give me 1 second.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do it.
What are you doing? What's happening?
I'll show you.
Not interested. She
come
brought
to
it
her.
up and came on this app and made out I
Go on,
come
girl.
from a family that was grieving. No, she brought it up, and I
Is this here right now?
Yeah, this is live.
also brought
Okay,
the
this live.
situation which is going on now, which you brought up 2 years ago, didn't you, Kate and Melissa? I publicly apologised.
She hasn't apologised for
You're
shit.
dragging it back because I got a new house built for me.
She laughed the other day. I've got it on recording.
You have?
Them recordings of her saying Casey Price are from 3 days ago.